Greetings. Welcome to the Developing Dad podcast, where we bring the Bible to bear on culture, education, and the family. Like, comment, subscribe, support. Information's down in the description. Let's get started. What are we going to do today? We're going to review a video of Phil Scott on the Black Congregation page, where he's talking about black men leaving the Democrats and also the black church. Let's listen in.
Why would I go vote for that? And some of you talking about you read the Bible and all of these degeneracy that they push in the Democrat Party. How could you even vote for somebody like that? Especially you so-called black people in the church. You talking about reading the Bible, but yet you're going to go vote for Democrats and you know the degeneracy that they push that's against God? And yet you're going to go vote for Democrat? That's why I don't support y'all churches. Because you're not following thus saith the Lord. Not at all. Because if every preacher was following that Bible, they wouldn't dare have a Democrat politician in their church. They wouldn't even have a Republican in their church either. Because they'd be doing the business of what God said to do. And they're not doing that. That's why I can't fool with y'all churches. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not because I hate God. No. I love God. But I can't fool with y'all churches. Because y'all churches are too corrupt and too compromised for me. And there's a whole lot of black men feel that way. Y'all just campaign stops in the Democrat Party. Y'all don't call out what's wrong at all. Because you don't want people to leave your church because you want to keep collecting them tithes. No. Let me tell you something, black preachers. I say what's right and what's wrong, and we're still growing.
So we're going to leave it right there. All right. So I'm going to leave the link in the description. It's about a 5.5 minute video. You can listen to the entire thing. But it's clear he's making some great points here. And I want to bring the Bible to bear on this. Why are black men exiting both? Now they're exiting the Democrat Party, but they several generations ago, or maybe a generation or two ago, they exited the black church. Why did that happen? I'm going to bring the Bible to bear on both of these phenomenon, as it were. All right. The first thing is they're recognizing that the church should not have fellowship with evil. And this is a big problem in the black church with respect to the fact that they look the other way when it comes to Democrat parties, the degeneracy in the Democrat Party, the supporting of radical abortion policies and, transgender surgeries for children. All of these things that they're targeting children with their degenerate policies. And the black church is just sitting back and fellowshipping with them. And the Bible clearly says, 2 Corinthians 6:14 through 15, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what partnership has righteousness with lawlessness? The Democrats are lawless. Or what fellowship has light with darkness? They are promoting darkness. What fellowship do we as Christians have with that if we are people of light? And what accord has Christ with Belial? Or what portion does a believer share with an unbeliever? The Democrats and the black church are yoked together through lawlessness and darkness. They continue to support these wicked policies that are destroying. They've started with the destruction of the black family, and then everything else has flowed out of that. We've got to understand how important it is that there needs to be a breaking away of the black church from the Democrat Party. And Phil Scott even says it in the video. He's not saying, hey, you shouldn't even have Republican politicians coming into your church. You should have no politicians coming to speak at your church. That's not what the Lord's Day is about. We're not saying that you can't address political issues with the scriptures, but politicians should not be allowed in the pulpit on the Lord's Day. They should not be allowed to speak to the congregation and campaign on the Lord's Day. But here's a problem, and this is a little bit of an aside. We've allowed so much other stuff to populate the Lord's Day worship that we call good, that why wouldn't we just add one more thing to the pot? Right? There's some things that go on in churches that should not, because they don't support or acknowledge the Lord's Day at all, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. But I'm gonna get in trouble if I keep going with that one. So I'm gonna drop it right there. All right. Ephesians 5:11, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. Why is the black church not exposing the hypocrisy? Instead of being complicit with Margaret Sanger's eugenics program and the use of the black preacher to quiet the more rebellious members of their church, we should have been taking no part in that, telling them, you have no place here, leave. Standing firm, strong, taking no part, and exposing the dark deeds that they were trying to enact upon the black community. Why didn't the preacher stand up? Again, there's blood on the hands of the preachers from those generations. And there's continued blood on the hands of the preachers, black preachers today, that take part in the unfruitful works of darkness of the Democrat Party. You take part in their wicked works, you will be complicit on the last day. It's as simple as that. You should be exposing it, but instead you're making your bed with them. This is absolute wickedness. I was going to turn on the filter today, but this is not a joke. This is not a game. There's nothing funny about this. This has become a mission critical enterprise to get the black church away from the Democrat Party. And until you do that, until the bedrock foundational assumptions change about what you believe about good and evil, black men are never coming back to the black church. Never. Until you do this one thing that I tag every one of my videos with. Stand firm and act like men. There are not enough men standing strong. They're pretending to walk in the same vein as the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's and, whatever other social justice advocate and warrior you want to label or name, but they're not standing firm and strong against the ills of the community and calling black people to think differently about how they walk, how they vote, how they think, how they do everything to God's glory. We don't have enough churches like that. These churches are missing. We don't have enough standing firm. That's why the Hebrew Israelites and men like Geno Jennings, who are aberrant in their theology for the most part, they grab the attention of black men. They grab the attention of black women because they're willing to do this thing, that act like a man and stand firm. They may have theology that is not the greatest, and some of it is heretical that will cause them to go down to Sheol. But what they do have is the boldness to stand firm on the issues that are plaguing the black community, because we can all see it. And it's not for, and make no mistake about it, it's not the vast majority of black people that are doing the deeds that cause the rest of the ethnic group to look bad. It's not most of us. But if we aren't willing, if our pastors and leaders and preachers aren't willing to stand firm and call it out for what it is, openly, publicly, denounce that type of behavior, then we're going to continue to see the same types of things going on. All right. Now, this was a little bit heavier. All right. But I wanted to put that out there. See what y'all thought about it. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Tell me how far off I am. Right. I know I didn't go hard in on the Republicans, and I'm probably going to get some people in the comments using logical fallacies, not understanding that I can call out the Democrats while not supporting the Republicans. But some people's brains don't think that way. They don't think logically. And I've had that happen multiple times. Anytime I call out the Democrats, someone, well, what about the Republicans? It's like, okay, y'all don't seem to get it that 90% of black people vote for Democrats. All right. Until next time, be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. See y'all around.